So yeah, basically, I got involved with a charity called N.O.T.T.A, the Northwest Orthopaedic Trauma Alliance for Africa. And they're basically a group of healthcare professionals and orthopaedic surgeons and doctors across the northwest of England who have got involved with helping out with healthcare in Africa, particularly with orthopaedics, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is about broken bones and people who are injured from trauma. So I will try and keep it short and tell me to hurry up if you need me to get through it any quicker. And I'm going to sit here so I can control the laptop.
Yes, you can.
So, how did I get involved? So, one day I just got an email basically saying that there was an opportunity of a lifetime to join an exciting mission to Africa. And my first thoughts were, I won't have a chance at getting that. But I thought, what's the harm in doing an application? So my mum helped me put an application together, and then I was lucky enough to get an interview, and then they got more funding and they were able to select 2 of us to go. So myself and a physio called Laura. And at the time I worked at Chester at the Countess Hospital, and I've recently, just 2 weeks ago, moved to the Royal Liverpool. And she's from somewhere near Liverpool, St. Helens I think it is. So just a little bit about the charity. So it's only a relatively new charity that was set up only 2 years ago, with full charitable status as a subgroup of a much bigger charity called World Orthopaedic Concern UK. So we're just sort of under that umbrella. And the aim of the charity is to work together and to support the development of a sustainable trauma service in Africa. So Africa's a very big place, and they've done a lot of focus with Malawi, but the focus that I've sort of joined in with is Ethiopia. And their sort of key thing really is not for the surgeons to go out there and do lots and lots of hip replacements. They want to go out there to teach and make sure that it's sustainable and that they can carry it on themselves. So this graph sort of just shows you how important trauma care is in the developing world. So historically we've all thought that HIV, AIDS, TB, malaria is the big killer out there. But surprisingly enough, injury through trauma has actually been on the increase quite massively over the last 5-10 years whilst they've been developing their roads and things. So it's actually a bigger killer than all of those 4 put together, as you can see from the graph, and it affects millions and millions of people per year. And up until 2015, the Ethiopian government, they didn't even recognise that trauma needed money. So if you were in a terrible car accident and had a broken bone, the local bone setter would fix it with some bamboo, and that was as far as orthopaedic trauma care got, up until 2015. So they're relatively new in all of this. So this is the